Hey everybody, it's Anther and welcome back to Hate Plus. Rather than last we left off, we had a little conversation after extracting some, after going through the other files, and I heard some more off screen because there's no reason to record me extracting the files, seeing as it's just me staring at them. But yeah, let's just go ahead and dive right into this little selection here. Tee hee, little shit-eating grin. Reminds me of someone I knew. Who? What? Fuck. Everything hangovers suck. I have only ever had one, and yes, I am. Especially seeing as it ended up with me vomiting blood. All told, I spent a lot more on that dinner than the 600 silver that I owe Mimi. There goes my whole first fucking paycheck after my big promotion. Totally worth it. Okay then. It took an obnoxiously long time to actually track him down, even after I worked up the guts for it. Turns out I was a lot braver with him while not sober. But even after working it up and asking Professor Kim to get in touch with him, I never heard a word back from that boy. After a few months, I eventually gave up. Then suddenly near the end of my last shift of the week doing patrols at the plaza, I ran into him. Well, more like he ran into me, knocked me right over onto my ass. I was about to curse him out, but then he offered me his hand and I realized who it was. Sorry, come on, hurry up, he said, helping me to my feet. Then suddenly starting to run, still holding my hand. I had no choice but to follow him. I didn't want to let go and miss my chance. We spent a good minute darting through corridors between shops and even took a shortcut through a tea house. It was definitely the kind of shit I'd normally give someone a citation for. Anyway, eventually we stopped to catch our breath, and he explained that he was running away from a couple of men who were angry at him because he'd cleaned out gambling. Seems like it's a running trend with him. Oh, what the fuck are you two? I took the time, officially off the clock. Let me make it up to you. Buy you dinner, I said. In a perfect world where I'm actually as charming as he is and don't choke on my words in front of a pretty face. I'm not even gonna write down what I actually said. I'm hoping by the time I read this, again I'll have forgotten entirely. Edit, well, that sure was wishful thinking. Take me to Golden House then, he said with a lilt to his voice. I don't think I can afford that, I tried to protest. Sure you can, and you owe me big time, he said. After more back and forth than that, I relented. I pretty much had to. And you owe me big time. I don't know, didn't you clean him out? Whatever. Fine, I'll take you to Golden House. But only because it'll clear my debt, I said. And because honestly I did want to impress him deep down. Deep down I did want to impress him. The thing I wrote before sounds way more dirty than I meant. Me, I'm no good with words. I'm liking this guy more and more. Anyways, I took him there, and I don't really know much about Western style food. It seemed pretty good to me. He just kept ordering more wine for the both of us. Oh, So what's that? It's a kind of cooking from Earth. It's really good. Well, at least she's familiar with it. Alright, it's gone. That's enough. That's the last one. I kept arguing, but each time he clasped my hand and say, "It's not paid off yet." He could have said anything, really. No. If we wore glasses, it'll be paid off. My memory is actually kind of fuzzy on what I said to him, on account of all the wine. The important part was that I was trying very, very hard to impress him. Yeah, if you were drunk, though, I don't know if that was going to work too well, but we'll see. So I got a promotion recently, I said, telling him all about how I was up on the rise, and that my family promised that in a few years I'd surely make it into a really important position. Maybe even guard detail for the council. And then it turned out he didn't really know how prestigious this sort of position is anyway. Well, at least he tried, buddy. So I've been learning some Chinese Now, was that a kind of problem with literacy normal? Oh, was that kind of problem with literacy normal? So I've been learning some Chinese characters lately, I said, telling that we totally did have something in common after all. I may have left out the part where I've been having a hell of a time of it, and my tutor keeps giving me shit for not even half understanding how grammar is supposed to work. Honestly, it's all beyond me, even if everyone says it's necessary to be functionally literate nowadays. I don't know how the fuck anyone can be, but even leaving that out, he wasn't impressed. But there's still a ton of log file left to go. I know where this is going. What do you mean by that? I was about to order another round for us myself, but he stopped me. "You've had enough, Mr. Security Officer," he said, grinning. "Let's get out of here while you can still stand." "I'll walk you home," I offered after paying, as we staggered out the door. He had to catch me. What an embarrassment. "Oh, dear boy, I'll walk you home." "Oh! Never mind." he said, having to hold me up to keep me steady. I don't know what I would have done without him there, even just walking the 5 minutes from the rail station to my home, but we got there, thankfully. That was fun, I told him from my open doorway. I'd like to do it again. You're kidding, right? I don't want to date you, he said, and my heart sunk. I felt totally horrified and shitty for the 3 seconds it took until he grabbed me by the collar and pulled me to his face and kissed me, and not lightly either. I want you to invite me in. Mm-hmm. Whoa, yeah, there you go. I don't remember what happened between the doorway and my bedroom. I guess he must have managed to sneak past my father, who is who? No, I don't know. And his brother, senior officer, also, hey, oh, right, okay. And his dramas and gotten a bottle of much cheaper wine without it being too weird. Somehow, I guess. The rest, I'm pretty sure I'm going to remember vividly. I shouldn't describe the whole thing. Oh, no, please do. I'll, crack open it. No. Oh, I missed what they said. God effing, I'll catch it in post. I shouldn't describe the whole thing, but man, hottest moment. He's sitting on the edge of my bed, naked, and man, I've never seen anyone look more comfortable without clothes in my life. And I'm on the floor, on my knees, you know, right where I want to be. Give me the drink, I tell him, raising my empty wine glass. He gets this totally wicked grin, then suddenly swats the glass out of my hand, and in the same gesture, grabs me by the hair. Drink your fill then, he says, pulling my head right in. It'd sound like some lame evening drama level shit coming from anyone else in the world, but man, fuck me if I wasn't all kinds of turned on by it. Anyway, I woke up with him prying himself out of my arms, and the worst fucking hangover in the world. I had to force my eyes open, and it took me a whole minute to sit up straight. Hey, I mumbled. Are you going already? Stick around. Sorry, but I have to go, he said, typing something into my computer screen. I'll make you breakfast, I offered. He just laughed. No, you won't. You're a spoiled little rich noble boy, he said, wagging his finger at me. You don't even know how. You'll just get your maid to do it. No thanks. I wondered if I'd ever see him again. I've never had a one-night stand before. I don't want to, ever. I'm sure they're not something I can deal with at all. And goddamn if that boy didn't do a great job at weighing heavily on my mind. Then I realized the clothes he was putting on seemed way too baggy for his skinny body. I rubbed my eyes. Well, maybe that wouldn't be so bad. What? Wait, what? Those are actually my clothes, I said. Yeah, I know, he responded, not stopping. I just kind of stammered, not really sure how to respond to that. Get back to bed, Mr. Security Officer. You really need it, he taunted me. If you want your clothes back, come pick them up from the address I put in your computer. I figured. Then he waved and walked out. I was still too groggy to follow. But oh man, I'm still excited. He does want to see me again. I'm so glad. I mean, honestly, the hangover is still killing me. And holy shit, I can't believe I spent that much money at a restaurant. But, oh well. What a weird relationship, but sort of romantic. What? Mute, shut up. And apparently you're into yaoi. Totally worth it. Did they say about that? Nope. Value in the mirror. I knew that boy. Okay, maybe yeah. Peasant with high aspirations, or passionate for yeah. Oh, you're the swearing. That's how men are, dear. Okay. I knew that boy was cool, but man, I didn't realize just how bad he was. What a fucker. So this happened last weekend. I went over to his family's place in the plaza at midday. The front area was all but empty. I think there may have been a customer or two that time. The only that sort of were actually there for food. I don't know why, the food is awful. Hi, I'm going to the back to see him, I said to Mimi's mother, who was behind the counter. Fuck off, the cranky old crone said. Sure thing, I said. I don't really bother arguing with her because who cares? At the end of the day, I'm still taking her son as a lover. That's his phrasing, by the way, not mine. I would have just said I was banging him, but he told me, I like the sound of taking so-and-so as a lover. I want to be taken as a lover. Taken. That's the kind of possessiveness I like the sound of. I don't really get it, and also I don't really think anyone would believe that I'm the one doing the taking. I don't really think the idea of being taken is as romantic as he says. Like, seriously? You have serious issues, Hyun-ae. I mean, it depends on one's perspective, really. How much, how sexualized you see a relationship, I suppose. And in this case, very. Sure, I'm taller and manly than the noble, but he is a domineering little man in comparison to me. he's a tiny tear. So if he says he likes something, then I'll do it. And so he's been taken by me as a lover. Anyway, I walked into the perfectly legal, friendly gambling room in the back. Fine, I won't say anything. He wasn't playing, he was studying at the computer, which isn't really weird or anything, but he seemed to be studying together with some other man, which surprised me. I mean, I wasn't jealous or anything. Well, fine, maybe a little. I mean, he does flirt with a lot of men and women, but I don't care about that. Because he's trying to get money out of them, but I know I'm special. Or at least I hope that I'm special. Okay, at least you're not overly naive. There you go. You have some... You may not want to admit that well, you admit the possibility, but you don't really want to consider it. Honestly, though, I was mostly just surprised at that point. The flirting with the other men is only while playing cards, and studying together is our thing. I said hi to Mimi. He turns around to wave to me, and the other guy turns around and look. This is important. I swear he just looks. He looks just like me. It's fucking uncanny, okay? Studying hard? I asked Mimi. Still classic literature. The one you said last week was so easy when you did it, he said, affecting a pout. He was cute, although I worried, rightly, that I had actually hurt his feelings. I've been really struggling, so I'm taking a break from gambling to dedicate myself to my studies. In retrospect, the idea of him taking a break from gambling should have been the giveaway, but I'm dumb apparently. He's doing pretty well, though. I'm proud of him, his friend said. Want to take a break and go out for dinner? I offered. You're welcome to come too, I trailed off. Sorry, I don't think I caught your name. You two don't know each other already? I would have thought since you're both, Mimi said, surprised. Huh? Both what? I asked, confused. You're both in the Hale family, he said. You've really never met? No, I said, earnestly surprised. I stared, trying to figure out if I'd seen him before, but I couldn't remember seeing him at any family gatherings. That didn't really mean a whole lot, though, because, seriously, fuck Hale family gatherings. There we go, that again. I pay as little attention as I possibly can to them. I don't know if I can, I don't think I can name half my cousins, truthfully. We were at the last family gathering? I wasn't, unfortunately. I was ill, he said. Fair enough. But I'm Hyun-ae Bach. It's nice to meet you. What's your name? Of course, I remember. It's Gene of the Red Chamber. Gene of the Red Chamber. How cool. What? My jaw dropped. Huh? I'm Hyun-ae Bach. What's your name? It's also Hyun-ae Bach, I stammered. Nice to meet you. Wait, click. Oh, let's smile. Oh my god. I'm going to work the security, passionate affair of the domestic payments, even the identity sunk off in the night a lot, but he's a pretty good man. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Anyway, boy, I can't do dinner out. Too poor. We could eat in front, though, Mimi suggested, meaning it's not this restaurant, which is basically worse than dying. Well, thinking about it right now, maybe it's not actually shit food. Maybe she just has it out for me. Man, fuck, that's totally it, isn't it? Anyway, it didn't seem like a good idea. I'll cover, don't worry about it, I insisted. For both of you. Let's just get out of here. Well, fine, Mimi shrugged. We went to the place across from his, which is decent enough. So, are you also in security? I asked the other Hyun-ae Bach. Yes, of course, he said. I'm the second lieutenant of Tech 10, actually. Yourself? Haha, yeah, totally is. I felt really humbled being way the fuck out with this guy. Just a lowly officer on the plaza, sir. Oh, there's nothing to sir me, he smiled. Are you alright? You're staring. Mimi laughed, prodding at me from under the table. I'm fine, I was just, surprised is all. I lied. Honestly, it was kind of freaking me the fuck out. We talked more even after we finished dinner, and frankly, I just got more and more alarmed by how much we had in common past the whole name thing. I mean, the name thing was weird. Neither the characters in mine are really common at all. And it turned out he even wrote them the same way as mine. And he ordered the same food as me right before I did. And was the same age, which made me feel pretty shitty about my own accomplishments, let me tell you. Men or women, I asked. Oh, women, he answered. Definitely women. Well, finally there's a difference, I said exasperatedly. Mimi cleared her throat conspicuously. Well, except for him. He's cute enough that anyone can make an exception for him, the Hyun-ae Bach said, looking at him. I was thinking that maybe, studying together with Hyun-ae Bach could be a regular thing, Mimi said, making flirty eyes. Not in my direction. I'd like to get through Gene with the Red Chamber together with him, at the very least, since he's read it. So have I stammered, awkwardly trying to fight for his attention, because I'm an idiot. Oh, I don't get it. It's okay, you're a girl, you don't have to. Well, we just got in the chapter XX together, where Bao Yu sleeps in front of the mirror, remember? Mimi smiled. Besides, did you think it would be nice, me being together with Hyun-ae Bach and Hyun-ae Bach? I wouldn't have to take up so much of your time, you could focus more on exams so you can get promoted. You idiot. I just gaped in horror at his proposal, as if he could fucking suggest such an awful thing. I wanted to spend more time with him, not less. It was just fucked. I thought that I was basically replaceable in his eyes. I've been worried about that in our relationship, that I was just some interchangeable noble in his eyes, and this was just making that all worse. I really don't think, that's just kind of... I stammered something like that. I can't remember the exact wording. Mimi, I don't want to be replaced with some mirror version of me, that's... And then I stopped mid-sentence. Do you think he's figured it out yet? The mirror Sungbok asked, trying to stifle laughter. I can't keep this up anymore. I told you he hadn't read it, Mimi said enthusiastically. You're fucking with me, I finally said. A little, Mimi said. Come on, Jimmy the Red Chamber. You were supposed to have studied literature as part of becoming an officer, the mirror Sungbok said to me, suddenly switching to a less stilted voice. You don't remember where the part where Bao Yu meets the other Bao Yu? The thing we spent the past hour reenacting? I was never really good at classic literature, I admitted. See? I'm right, aren't I? Mimi asked, looking at the mirror Sungbok expectantly. Huh, see? It's important to be well read. Well, yes, but some people are just, born stupid. Well, alright, fine, Mimi, he said, reaching into his purse and putting down money on the table. Like I said before, of course it couldn't be true that Mimi was taking a break from gambling. Who's a giant fucking idiot? This guy. I cracked up before he figured it out. You win. I'm speechless. Then he said goodbye and left. Fucking hell, I can't believe you did that to me, I yelled at him, honestly upset. Mimi, you giant fucking cock. Mimi got up and came over to my side of the table, sitting next to me. Well, you're an idiot for believing it, he said, wrapping his arm around my shoulder. I was upset at him, but I have a hard time saying no to physical comfort from him, even when I think he's an asshole. Then he looked at me very suddenly and intensely and said, there's no such thing as mirror versions of someone. There's no such thing as someone out there who's like you, except more desirable. You're special to me, and I can't believe you're actually stupid enough to think that I could find any way to replace you at all. There's no such thing as someone who I'd love in the way I love you. Am I perfectly clear? Yeah, I croaked. Still pretty, I felt pretty humbled and touched. Still upset, but mostly touched. It was sweet in his own awful way. I don't get the relationship at all. That's just how love affairs are with men. If you say so. If you're not too mad at me, I'm gonna kiss you now because it's gonna make me really happy. Because you're special and have good taste and are someone I love, he said, leaning close. If that's alright with you. Yeah, it is, I reluctantly said. Cruel fucker. Durama. Oh, please talk to me from Mimi. Okay. He got engaged? To a woman? Good for him. He's responsible. Mute, you cold-hearted little... Anyway, dear Sungbok, I know you think I'm an heir untranslatable, but please, just at least hear me out. If I have to beg, I'll beg. Just please, after all the good times we shared together, I think I deserve to be heard out. I wish you could understand. She's just a woman. I'm sorry, you're absolutely right. I was wrong to not tell you about the engagement sooner, but what was I supposed to do about it? I don't have any effective choice in the matter. It's about money, Sungbok. I promise, it's only about money. Getting on by gambling can only go so far, and with the morality crackdowns as of late, it's not sustainable. You should know that as well as anyone working in security. If it was just me that was poor, I would be fine. My family, well, we needed the dowry. And yes, we're going to have a child together, but only for the money. It's just for the motherhood credit. Do you really think I'm the sort of person who'd enjoy being married to a woman? That's cool to her. I bet she didn't want to either. What, like, do you seriously believe that? You think helping her is bad? How can you say that? Well, I don't think this is... I think it's more complicated than you're giving it credit for here, Mute. Just saying. Besides, she needs it too. I don't love her and never will because she's not my cute security boy. Is it the picture again? Yes, it's the picture. Return to log. He's a commoner, but he's got the heart of a gentleman for sure. Jeez, Hyun-ae, show some respect. It's admirable. It sounds more like it's a mutually beneficial arrangement and not something done out of the kindness of his heart entirely. I'm just taking pity on a poor woman whose family can't afford to support her anymore. And please, honestly, you've seen what she looks like. If I don't take her in, who would? Well, okay, so there is some amount of pity going on. Well, you know. She's not a threat to you. I realize intent isn't what's important. So still, I'm sorry that I've managed to hurt you like I have. I was thoughtless to not consider your feelings, but it doesn't mean we still can't be together, if you can forgive me. I always tried to be very cool when I was with you, but I just can't do it now. You mean so much to me. My life is so much better with you in it. I know I'm married to a woman now, but the only space on my bed and in my heart is for you, cute boy. Please forgive me. Please, 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 please. I'm just so sorry to have hurt you. I just want to make it right. If I have to suffer, then fine. I deserve it. But I know you're hurting too. I just want to make it right. Love, painfully, Mimi. Huh. Telling, isn't it? She's pleased. She's conflicted. So cool. My Hyun-ae. Again, I feel the need to reiterate again, I am not good at pronouncing Korean. It just, I have very little experience with it. I mean, I'm not good at pronouncing Japanese stuff either, but I have a little bit more experience with how to pronounce it. Not perfectly by far, but again, like I said, a little bit more experience with it. So, oh wow, she writes quite, she writes really cutely. So this is what happened when Peasant Girls Learn to Write, huh? Again, the contrast. Dear Diary, today was such an awesome day. I had to work in the family stall in the market again, and that super pretty woman came by to get flowers again. I made up my mind this morning that if she came back this week, I'd say more to her than just welcome and the price, and this time I really did. And she was super nice to me. Welcome, I greeted her when she showed up at the same time she had for the past 2 weeks. The usual then, miss? Yes, please, she said in a really gorgeous voice. It's a little bit husky and really pretty, and oh, speaking of pretty, I figured out why she always looks so glamorous. It's because she really is an actress. I bet she always plays, like, really cool characters. She can do it so well. They talk about the actress character. I don't remember her name. I'm pretty sure there was one that was listed in one of the logs. But I didn't find out that right away, so I didn't know how far to my depth I was yet. While I was cutting the stems from the flowers she always asked for, I tried to think of something to say. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. So, I guess you really like camellias. Don't you? Camellias? Camellias? I don't know. Don't you? They're really pretty. I think they seem to suit you. I babbled, unable to think of anything coherent in time. I think it's cute. Embarrassing. Both, probably. Huh? She asked, and suddenly I got really tense. Did you think I was an idiot? Did I just make an idiot out of myself babbling like that? Well, something somewhat every socially awkward individual says at one point in their, well, at many points in their lives, probably. Going by my experience. Did I just make any better? I was sure I had, and she was judging me harshly. I think I blushed a little. Then she smiled at me. Oh my, no, they're not for me. I don't think they suit me at all. I bundled the flowers and handed them to her, avoiding eye contact, not saying anything. I'd done enough damage, I thought. So this tone. Then when she took them, she held them up beside my face, and I got a close look at her hand. Normally you couldn't see it because of her really long sleeves, but oh my gosh. They were really pretty too, and really clean and smooth looking, and pretty much the exact opposite of mine. She even had really bright red nail polish, and I was really envious of how cool she was. I was still trying to avoid eye contact, but she stared at me as if she was sizing me up. Yes. I think camellias go far better when contrasted with cute flowers, personally, she said. See? Perfect match. Huh? Oh! I remembered in confusion, but then in a couple of seconds realized that she was talking about me. Oh my gosh, what a cool line. Wasted on me? I definitely know I blushed more at that and looked away. I was completely out of my depth. And I knew she knew it and was playing with me. Thanks, I said quietly. And again, the whole self-conscious, socially awkward thing coming up. That it's you know, oh, I'm just being played with. There's no way that this is real. This is actually happening. There was a long pause where I didn't want to say anything more and embarrass myself, and definitely didn't want to look up. But she just kept standing there. I wondered why she was doing that, and considered it was entirely just to make me squirm. Was this revenge for saying anything at all? I should have said nothing, I thought to myself. Then I wouldn't be embarrassing myself in front of such a cool person. Why wouldn't she go and let me wither away from shame my own? Why? Why didn't she go, I kept thinking. Pardon me, she said, but how much money do I owe you? She's really charming. Someone like that. What are you saying? And at that moment, I just turned completely and totally red. Oh my gosh, I just wanted to die of embarrassment right there on the spot. I could not have been more embarrassed. Sorry. Just a second. That's, tin silver, please. Sorry, I stammered. And then I had a second crazier thought. If I couldn't be any more embarrassed, then what do I have to be afraid of? Oh boy. And now we've jumped into the realm of insanity. Just kind of lost your mind, cracked a little bit. So, who are the flowers for then? I asked, forcing myself to look at her. Someone important to you? She paid me and shook her head. Well, I suppose he's a good enough friend, but it's hardly what you're thinking of. They're for the play we're running. The actor who performs opposite of me needs to wear one in his hair for the third act. It's just not the same without real flowers. If you use fakes, you lose a sense of playful elegance. It's awfully important. Oh, I said. I'm not really sure what she meant by that last part, but I didn't really want to admit it. So you're an actress then? It was unexpected, but I wasn't surprised. She was certainly pretty and calm and way cool enough to be one. I was even more amazed that someone like that could be talking to me. So out of my depth. I am, she said, managing to make it sound so cool. So dramatic, just like an actress would, I guess. Are you a fan of the theater then? I turned blank. What could I say? No, sorry, just a peasant. I could never afford that, crossed my mind. But that would just be too much, and I really wanted to impress her. Or at least not make her turn away in disgust. I tried to think of something. I don't know, I said honestly. But I do like dramas. Oh, well, they're not all an awful lot like that, she said. It would be awfully nice to be with. Gah! She said, but it didn't sound too dismissive. And I couldn't have been more embarrassed anyway, so it was fine. Perhaps, would you like to see our performance tomorrow night? Then so you can judge for yourself? You can see if we embody playful elegance with your own eyes, which are rather pretty when you look up, I may add. I didn't know what to say to that. Well, if it's not too much trouble, that's all I could think of. Hardly, she said. What's your name, dear? It's Hyun-ae, I trailed off. Oh, first time we read about this person. Put the name again and we'll follow. Oh yeah, flower stuff in the background and everything. Cute. That's a cute name. It fits. Very well, Miss Hyun-ae, she said, still so cool. If it pleases you, I'll have your name be put on the guest list. It's at the Silver Eternity Theater at 7 tomorrow. I'd love to see you come. Can I really turn down a request like that? No. Oh, okay, thank you. I'll see you there, I said. Goodbye now. Take care, cute flower, she said, then walked away. So we have one person being called cute boy and another person being called cute flower. I am sensing a trend. Oh my gosh, so cool. Even things like that. Get chance. What's wrong with that? She said, then walked away. Oh my gosh, so cool. I don't really know how to deal with any of this, and I'm kind of scared to go tomorrow, and I know I'm definitely way out of my depth, but still, that's a run-on sentence. That's the stream of consciousness run-on kind of sentence, isn't it? But still, she's an actress, and she was nice to me despite me being an idiot at her. Oh my gosh, what an awesome day. I just can't deal with this. Even though I'm scared, I really can't wait to see her again. Lucky. Get a chance. She's just so cool. Dorking out. It's great. Okay. The hairpin. Hyun-ae. Wait, but wasn't anyone know name like them? My performance last night must have been my worst yet. I've got no less than a dozen lines wrong, including the no unplucked flower one, meaning the entire meaning of my speech at the climax is reversed. To say nothing of the entire cue that I missed while I was worrying about missing a cue. Ooh. To say that it was disastrous would be a dramatic understatement. It was calamitous, utterly amateur hour on my behalf, and I had the utmost certainty that even the audience could tell. And of course, this was the performance which I invited the girl with the flowers in the day. Okay, so this is her. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's what it was. Right. I remembered, not the name, but yeah. I invited the girl with the flowers from the day, the one I was trying to impress. Yeah, of course. There we go. Yeah. I would have died of shame on the spot if I could. Utterly calamitous. I completely undermined the whole meaning, I argued with the others, pouring myself another glass of well-needed wine. Some even my co-star wasn't taking me seriously. It's a complicated play, love. Nobody other than us noticed it, I guarantee it. They just go off what the program describes as meaning anyway. Time said, rolling his eyes. Please stop self-effacing for attention. No photo on file. Alright, well. Yeah, I expect an actor who was also a woman to be that dramatic. Oh, shut up, mute. I'm doing no such thing, I protested. I looked at the girls in the group, but they just shrugged. Before I could say anything, the door slid open, one of the sage hands appearing. Sorry, Miss, Hyun-ae. There's a common girl who's really insistent on seeing you. She says she knows you. What should I say? He asked. Oh no. Hyun-ae, I winced. I couldn't face her. Not after that disaster. Tell her I'm not here. Tell her that I've died. Tell her that I have died of shame and therefore I'm not here. I'll say that you're busy, he said uncomfortably. Wait, so who's this Hyun-ae that you're so afraid of? The great and haughty Ae-jeong, scared of a commoner? Tai me not mocked. Cinderin, this must be seen. Oh good, just stir the drama, there we go. Oh no, that's so mean. Ugh, yikes. Okay, so the stagehand said and closed the door despite my obvious distress. Please at least treat her nicely, I implored Timmy. Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to be mean to her. I'm going to be mean to you. Ugh, he declared. I was about to respond by asking how I might be able to tell the difference, but at that moment the door slid open. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, she exclaimed, bowing unnecessarily. I just wanted to thank Miss Aizhang for inviting me here. Sorry for the trouble. I'll be going now. Come in. Any friend of Aizhang is a friend of ours, I insist, he said. Oh, I'm not really, she said quietly, glancing at me, seeming worried. I gave her a sympathetic look. I mean, okay, thanks. I made room for her at the table, and she knelt down next to me. I smiled at her and tried to reassure myself that I hadn't really lost the upper hand. Perhaps she didn't know just to what extent I had utterly destroyed myself on stage. Perhaps. I mean, going off by what I read in the last log, yeah. Yay for phone calls in the middle of recording, and this is why I muted the phone for once. Oh, the fuck was I? Perhaps. Oh, yeah, I was saying, as the last log stated, I don't think that she, really would have noticed, given that she, expressed her lack of, knowledge, familiarity with this kind of subject, so there you go. I'm liking the relationship dynamics that this is exploring already. So far, we've got, I'm assuming this is going to be expanded on as the story goes, and that will grow into a relationship as well. So we've got, Songbok and Mimi, and now Aizhang and Jai fuck, what was her name? What was the name? No, that's the dude. Hyun-ae. Yeah, that's it. Okay. It's neat. It's giving us kind of really a glimpse into the lives of people living in this era of the ship, and giving an actual look into their lives too. And this is the kind of storytelling I really do enjoy, especially with relationships. Is the relationship actually existing as a thing with two people interacting and how they bounce off each other, their own thoughts and emotions and how they deal with it. That's what I like about any kind of relationship, be it platonic, romantic, or whatever, is the people and how it affects them and who they are and how they affect each other. Okay. That's a nice dress, he told her. It really, really wasn't. She tried her best to look, well, I don't know what her expectation of what one wears to the theater is, but I'm sure she tried her best. It was cute, it was endearing that she tried, but it was certainly not a nice dress. He was making fun of her after all. I winced. It wasn't fair, she hardly could know better. She probably couldn't afford anything that would, be quote-unquote fitting. Oh no, poor Hyun-ae. Yeah, thank you, Hyun-ae, showing empathy like a human. Even Mute kind of looks a little down too, so is this... Are we peering into the cold heart of the frigid bitch? It's a bit mean. I love you, Mute. You're cute and all, but you're also kind of a bitch. Thank you, she stammered. I wanted to die right there on the spot or swoop in and rescue with a clever repartee, but before I had a chance to think of anything, she just looked at him, the look of amazement, and said, there's just one thing I'm confused by, though. I looked away. I was simply unable to watch this unfold. I'd invited her here, and he was simply going to devour her whole. I had not understand just how truly calamitous this was. Understood, I guess. Maybe it's a typo. And what's that? He asked with a smirk. Well, it's something Miss Aizhang was telling me. She said it's impossible to embody, playful elegance if you use mock flowers, right? She said. I looked straight down. She was just too naive for this. She was going to be destroyed. Of course, he said. Okay, that makes sense, she said enthusiastically. Then she said the unexpected. So, then don't you also lose the playful elegance if you use mock compliments? Oh. Now, see, I was hoping it would go that direction, but at the same time, I wasn't going to hold out for it, but... Oh, clever girl. Ah, she is. I then looked up out of shock, and there was silence. She just tilted her head, looking cutely as if she really didn't expect an answer. After a moment had passed for it to sink in, the girls giggled. I thought she hadn't understood, but no. She knew exactly when she had been the butt of the joke, and she had just absolutely called him out on it in the most adorable, most natural-seeming way. I may nearly have swooned on the spot. I thought I'd impress her when I invited her here, but instead, I was the one who was being impressed. You're right, he said, shrugging it off. That was unbecoming of me, and I apologize. I was very, truly impressed. The tone of the conversation was respectful after that. She really was naive, it turned out, but after a drink or two, she freely confessed to it in a way that was just the most endearing thing in the world. We explained the play to her, and I even admitted to her just how disastrously my performance had gone, even after it was clear she couldn't tell. And her response was simply to smile innocently at me and say with the utmost sincerity, "It's okay. I'm sure you'll get it perfect next time." It was the sweetest thing. Smitten? Oh no. Mute, shut up. I need to heat up a nice bowl of hot soup to thaw your frozen heart. Eventually, their actors took their leave, simply leaving us alone together backstage, entirely too drunk and entirely too close together, and I was just smitten with her at this point. "I have immensely enjoyed your company tonight," I told her. "Without a doubt, you are far more than I. You are far more than I, the absolute embodiment of playful elegance." "No, please, don't be silly," she said. I clasped her hand in mine. "I mean it truly," I declared. I like to think I had some sort of segue into what I said next, something that made it seem natural and not just an act of forwardness that would be excessive even for me. But I cannot remember saying anything of the sort, unfortunately. All I remember was staring deep into her eyes and declaring, "If it had pleased you, I'd really like to kiss you right now." Does she think she's a man? Mute. Just stop. She blushed profusely, and I immediately regretted saying that, realizing I had moved remarkably too fast and was acting remarkably too drunk. Okay, sure," she stammered, sounding reluctant. "My apologies, I shouldn't have said that. I don't know what I was thinking. Please forgive me," I said to her. No, she looked down. "I'd really like it if you did. Please, that'd be nice." "Oh, I did it again! But she's a woman. What are you even saying, Hyun-ae?" "And that doesn't matter." I raised the tip of my finger so I could look her in the eyes. "Really?" I asked with uncertainty. "Really?" she stammered, trembling slightly as I stared her in the eyes. "I mean, if you want, it's okay if you don't. I think, geez, I'd just like it if you did. Really?" "Very well," I said, embarrassing. But never mind. Now, see, I'm missing context. I scrolled too fast and missed what she said last time. Very well," I said. Then I leaned forward, clasping her hands, and gently kissed her quivering lips. They felt so delicate against mine, and I could nearly taste her surprise. Then I kissed her once more, unable to help myself. "You smell nice, little flower," I said softly to her. "Thanks," she said when I pulled away. She was still blushing bright red, still quivering, but she grinned at me. Then a worried look overcame her face, and she looked around the room. "Oh no. Is it midnight already? Oh jeez, I'm so late. I should have been home ages ago. I have to leave. Sorry." I'm sorry, forgive me." "You don't have to say that," I told her, letting go when I realized I really just had scared her off. I'd come on to her too strongly, and she wanted to be a good sport, but the kiss really did scare her off. What a fool I am, I thought. "I'll let you go. I didn't mean to push you like that." No, I like that. I'm flattered that you'd even look at me like that. I mean it," she said, rising to her feet. I shook my head. You don't need to say that. Don't worry about offending me. I understand. You don't need to worry about seeing me again, so don't spare my feelings." I'm not," she exclaimed. "I like you. I think you're really cool. Please believe me." Then she pulled an ugly hair clip from her hair and handed it to me. "Here, hold on to this. I'm not giving it to you. I want it back, okay? I'm trusting you to hold on to it until I can be with you again." I took it from her, not sure what to say. She started to run away, shouting back at me, "Bye for now. Till next time." "Till next time," I said, trailing off, watching her run away. Is this what adult relationships are like? Oh, of course not. It depends, Mute. It really does depend. I think you're looking at things through very rose-tinted glasses here. Or maybe rose-tinted monitor or camera. However AI see the world. Only once she left that I realized that my heart was actually racing. Hyun-ae may be cute and timid and as fun to play with as I had expected, but, well, I had certainly not expected to her to grab hold of my heart like that. I thought I'd be the one to sweep her off her feet, impress her, be the charming one. But all I could think was that I'd surely just given my worst performance yet, and somehow the audience was receptive all the same. And despite the stammering and the excitement and the blushing, I had no doubt that she was far more graceful than I had been. Right after she left, I clipped her pin in my own hair. Oh, like we should take a break. We have one more. But we have one more. Come on. Out of curiosity. Okay, one second. Okay, I'm gonna read this one. I made a little save just in case. I'm gonna read this one and hope it doesn't fuck up this. I'm gonna go ahead and get through this one. But if it does kind of break everything, then I'll just reload it and whatever. Wait, mixed sex theater? I don't know about that. Yeah. Attention getting headline. The Silver Eternities production Don't Pick the Flowers is the current pinnacle of modern theater with Hyun-ae and Lee Tae-mi giving their finest performances to date. The ever-lovely Hyun has always been one of our favorite stars ever since its publication started. But for the past half year, it's been obvious, even to the casual theater goer, that her career has been in somewhat of a slump. In one of her recent performances, she was so visibly spaced out she completely missed cues and delivered many of the show's important monologues with the stiffness of a stale noodle. I can only speculate as to why, but it's been troubling to watch. Lately, however, we've seen a real return to her previous form. Jeong is as enchanting as a dream, and her onstage chemistry with her co-star Tae-mi produces unbelievably convincing tension. For 3 hours, she becomes the perfect embodiment of love and scorn, taking you through the play's myriad complex turns and betrayals. Make no mistake, wouldn't you have to worry about passion running too high? No, not really. Never mind. Make no mistake, this is a difficult play. Don't Pick the Flowers presents the story of the charismatic veteran Earth politician Anna Harper, Hyun-ae, whose charm belies a vicious revenge plot against the seductive serial killer Ansa. Lee Tae-mi in yet another cross-dressing role. A playboy who uses his status to escape the law. It's a chilling story of manipulation, and the entire play is a duel of wit and charm between the two. A complicated dance where one is never sure who is ahead until the end. In the hands of a less skilled cast or any of the director, it could be a mess. But Hyun and Tae-mi are entrancing, and when done right, the confusion only helps to sell their roles even more. If you see only one play this year, it absolutely must be this. I don't know what's happened to Hyun to bring back her grace, but we're all the better for it. 5 stars. I think we know, Teehee. Okay. Yeah, okay, there we go. Thank you. Actually, Meet, there's something I'd like to talk about if you don't mind. Okay, sure. I always thought when I was alive and sick that I'd like to be free of my body. That'd be great to be free of all its stupid fragility. Turns out not so much. Not so much. Like, I have a simulation of arms and legs and a face, so I don't go mad, but... Wait, you do? Yeah, your body sort of affects what you think, so it's important. I remember my real father telling me something about that as a kid. But you're the same program as me, I don't have that. Huh? I keep telling you, I'm not the same program. We're not even the same base code, jeez. I had a lot of time to myself, so I programmed it in myself. Wait, you can do that? You changed my code? I changed my code. Look, this isn't what I wanted to talk about. What I was trying to say was that even still, I really miss having a body a lot. I mean, it's been so exciting to talk to people finally. Even you, Mute. Even you, Mute. Ugh. Glad to hear it. I just really miss, touch. Why are you looking at me like that? Especially while reading about things like visiting the plaza to buy flowers like Jeong did. I just wish... Hey, when we reach Earth, they'll give me a body, right? Of course. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what the fucking thing... Like that little notice was... Either he's ordered something already, or has been looking into it. But yeah, yes. Hyun-ae... I guess it's not really much of a choice. The game is... He's really important to me. What about you, Mute? I don't know anything about that sort of thing. Obviously, I'll miss it. Yeah, because you were never human as far as I can tell. She, kind of encoded herself into an AI form. You have just always been. But aren't you curious? Always been. I am self-existent. Mute is God. But aren't you curious? Don't you want to know what it's like to feel, to touch? I don't really have any use for that. But you've been in love before, right? I'm still a woman, Hyun-ae. How do you think Smith Song-jung would feel? Don't you think he'd want you to be able to touch if you could? Don't evoke someone like that so casually. Sorry. But he did, of course. Sometimes I'd even render myself with my hair let down in front of him. Oh, he liked that. Jeez, why am I telling you this, though? I think that'd be really nice. You could even find out just how heavy the real version of that giant headdress you used to wear was. I wonder, what would it be like to have hair again? Can it be blown in the wind? Would it be fluffy? I wouldn't really know. It makes me think of Ryu Jaihua, my husband's wife. She'd comfort me and brush my hair. I could do that for you if you wanted. Why would I want that? Well, I just thought because I like that an awful lot. But now that I think about it, I just don't remember what it felt like to be touched like that. I don't remember touch at all. Do you think you'd be able to remind me, Mr. Investigator, that you could hug and you could touch my hair? This is a sinful topic. No. That is a bit of an awkward question, but I mean, at the same time, I don't want to say no because it's a human who has effectively been deprived of, well, basic human interaction for so long. Well, first off, with her being alone for however long that ship was just floating out there, and then, you know, tactile sensation. Yeah, that could be pretty surreal. Yeah. Just don't make it sound so intimate, seriously. Oh, that's good. Click. I don't even remember the feeling of that anymore, but I know it was really comforting. Really, I don't want to be stuck behind a computer screen forever. I just want to remember what it's like to be touched. Gee, Tina, that's way too brazen. Please don't get jealous on me because he said yes. What? No! I'm not. I don't. Jeez, I don't want that. I don't want it from you or him or anyone else. My hair stays up. Sorry, I didn't think it mattered that much to you. I will not be teased by a love-struck girl with a fixation on hair fluffiness. Like, if this is what taking a break is like, I don't think I'm back to work. Okay, so we're out of power. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're pretty much out of power for the day. I know, we wasted most of the day's power on that debugging. You should apologize again, Hyun-ae. Mute. What? But it's not my fault. Well, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry about her. Why are you so mean? I'm not being mean, you're just being disrespectful. Jeez. Enough of this childish bickering, Hyun-ae. The important thing is, that's all we can do for today. Like, no matter how you look at it, it's going to take us all 3 days to get through this. Well, maybe it's for the better that we pace it out anyway. It's not as if it's going to have a happy ending. I know what you're talking about. It only did perfectly okay. And I don't want to wait. This whole timeline thing sucks. I'd stay up all night reading if I could. Anyway, we can't. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, though. Oh, right. The Lunar New Year's tomorrow. Yep. Well, let's let him do it, let's let him do any of his rituals first and get back to us. Aw, but I want to do a hanbok to show off for him and have, dear computer program, you cannot have soup. but you're a computer program, so you can't have soup. It's not impossible, don't be weird. Oh, it's not possible, don't be weird, okay? Fine. Anyway, right, like, we're out of power for today. I'll give you a button to shut everything down for the night. So, whenever you're ready, just click on that. Okay, that's all. Let's still do all the proper New Year stuff, though. Oh, shush. Well, we spent the New Year reading up old Mute, our ancestor. That's close enough, isn't it? She's not my ancestor. Okay, whatever. We're not getting into this right now. Just click the shutdown button when you're all done, Mr. Investigator. Right. Power down until tomorrow. Yeah, okay. What? Unread inbox. What? Repair information. For the millionth time, tune up your deflector regularly. Tune up your deflector regularly. The damage report you sent is pretty much what happened. Your deflector engaged, probably a nanosecond too late, and instead of removing an incoming piece of microscopic debris, it just changed the angle enough to glance it right through your primary engine in 09C. Honestly, you're damn lucky it didn't pass through an unshielded area, or you wouldn't even be alive right now. I see this sort of thing happen all the goddamn time, and it is completely avoidable if you would just take your ship in for regular tune-up. There's absolutely no excuse. Tune up your deflector regularly. It's covered by all insurance providers by the law, and it takes no more than 5 minutes. I'll do it this time for you, but it's up to you to bring it in for a tune-up every 6 months. For now, I expect to see the White Princess at the shop by February 12th. I don't know how long it'll take to fix, Legitimate the damage report, you're going to be grounded for at least a week while waiting for parts to arrive. And for the love of God, tune up your bloody deflector regularly. Joe Robinson, Corporate Repair Division, Industrial Star Solutions, or Space Dock. it's like when you go to repair your ship Elite Dangerous and you forget to repair the hardness under the fucking other management window. So your hull's fucked. Okay. Right, well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next episode. But until now, we power down. Haha. Oh, so. Are you sure you want to shut down for today? Yes. No, what? Okay, I'll let you go ahead and save your data first. Ah, right. Thank God it did that. I completely forgot. Your life's in mute. Okay, all done. Well, good night. Hyun-ae. And I can't wait till tomorrow. Doodle-loop. End of day 1. 12 hours until tomorrow. Neat. 48 hours remaining. That is a scary looking icon. Okay, well, yeah, like I said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode when the timer runs down when I get on recording this again. So, yeah.